Welcome to the weekly energy forecast for May 28th until June 2nd. Before we even get started with this week, I wanted to highlight some things that I was feeling for Gemini season. One thing specifically I have been feeling for Gemini season is remembering not to prematurely get excited about something and jump towards it if it's not complete. And let me reframe that. Sometimes when we're working on manifesting things in our life, there will be a version of it that comes to us, right? So say you're working on manifesting a car. And that car comes, you have the means to purchase this car, okay? But you have to wait a certain amount of time before you can get the exact model that you want. And then they give you the option of, here's a model that's similar to what you wanted, but it's not all the way. And out of excitement and not being patient, you say yes to the model that is not exactly the way that you wanted it. So you drive a car home and it's missing some of the bells and whistles that you wanted in this car. And if you could have waited just about a month longer, you would have had exactly what you want. And so in saying that, what I'm saying is, don't settle. In this Gemini season, do not settle for any less than what you deserve or what you are manifesting. Because when you settle, you will end up finding yourself in a space of unhappiness. You know, even though we truthfully, most of us are working on connecting to that unconditional happiness in our life, meaning there are no conditions to our happiness. We're not going to allow something physical, something material to dictate our happiness. But just remembering that you don't have to rush. Remember to find patience. Just because you are excited doesn't mean you have to grab the first thing in front of you. If it's not exactly what you deserve or wanted, then it's not worth your time, or money, or energy. So just be conscious of getting excited and grabbing for something or reaching for something or rushing into something just out of excitement. Remember your worth, what you deserve, and what you are manifesting, so that you're staying focused on what it is that you deserve, what you're worth, and what you're manifesting. Really take your time, okay? Take your time with yourself. Take your time with others. Another thing too I noticed for this season is not setting yourself up for failure by setting realistic expectations, okay? Realistic expectations meaning, not, I'm going to build this business, tomorrow it's going to be a multi-million-dollar business. That's unrealistic. It's, I'm going to build this business. This is just an example. I'm going to build this business and I'm going to take my time and focus on, this is going to be a goal for this short-term goal. And then this is a long-term goal. And then this is a longer-term goal. Stop setting yourself up for failure. If you never worked out one day in your life and you think you're going to get up and work out 30 days straight in a row, you're setting yourself up for failure. Right? So be more realistic with your goals, your intentions, and what you're expecting from yourself and others, so that you're not constantly setting yourself up for failure. Yes, failure is inevitable, but we fail to do better. We don't set ourselves up constantly over and over for failure by giving ourselves and others unrealistic expectations. Okay? So, with that being said, let's get into the weekly energy forecast. This week, the theme I have been feeling of this week is pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. You don't noticing when you're very comfortable or staying in a space of familiarity. So you may feel stuck in that comfort, right? You may not see a space of evolution in some area of your life because you're staying in a comfortable space. So really this week, notice, what are you really comfortable with that you may need to push yourself into a space of uncomfort so that you can evolve, okay? What comfort are you evolving this week? Commanding my ego to step out of the way, asking the benevolent spirits, asking God to bring through a message in behalf of the collective for each day of this week, starting today, May 28th, 2019, Wednesday, May 29th, 2019, Thursday, May 30th, 2019, Friday, May 31st, 2019, Saturday, June 1st, 2019. It's almost June. Holy shit. Sunday, June 2nd, 2019. One card a day, bringing through the message. A message for us for each day to continue to evolve, push ourselves out of our comfort. And experience unconditional happiness. All right. Today, Tuesday, May 28th, May 29th, May 30th, May 31st, June 1st, June 2nd. Okay, the card for today. This is so funny because I just said that. The card for today is the Hermit. You have been spending a lot of time reflecting. You're spending a lot of time in a space of comfort, and now it's time for you to recognize what do you need to act on? What changes need to be made this week, and what changes are specifically associated with being too comfortable in your life? Things that you're like, oh, I really want to do that, but I'm over here and I'm really comfortable here, so I'm going to stay here. Pushing yourself out of the unknown and walking into pushing yourself out of the known and walking into the unknown is not an easy thing to do. It can cause a lot of fear. It can cause a lot of anxiety. It can cause depression. And so this is why taking care of our mental health is so important. Now, I push meditation, and the reason why I push meditation is because I've experienced it and I know how powerful it is. And prayer and really those things that help our brain health. But even if you don't meditate, as long as you take care of your mental health, right, in some way or another, what is your meditation? What are you doing to take care of your mental health so that you can push yourself out of your comfort zone and comfortably, with ease, and not even comfortably, but knowing, with the comfort of knowing that something is always going to work out for you, right? So it's funny to say to comfortably walk into the unknown. By comfortably walking into the unknown, I truthfully mean trusting in the unknown, trusting that whatever is there for you will always contribute to your evolution in some way or another. Okay? So the Hermit today, recognizing what areas of your life really need your time and attention. And it's not because things are going bad. It's because you're in a constant repeated cycle of comfort. It doesn't necessarily have to be something that's bad or negative. It could be something that just is requiring you to step away from in order to evolve during this cycle. Tuesday, May 29th, the Chariot. It's that determination. Feeling that determination to actually take action. So if you're spending time today reflecting, or not reflecting, we're spending time today acting. Annie, come on. I was like, what the hell is that noise? It's remembering tomorrow that you are determined. You know, it's connecting to that determination. It's seeing your confidence and your courage to actually take action to move out of this comfort zone. It's remembering that as we consciously take a step forward, another step will appear for us if we choose to continue to move forward. If we want to stay where we are, we're not going to evolve. We're going to watch everybody else around us evolve. But if we choose to take that one step, we're going to see a stone in front of us for us to step on next. What I'm also getting from this Chariot is remembering that pushing yourself out of comfort can sometimes shake up your foundation. Because sometimes our foundation of our root, our ground is built all out of comfort. We can give ourselves the opportunity to recreate our foundation by building a foundation of trust, building a foundation of stability, and by stability meaning not comfortable stability. It's just knowing that you're mentally stable, that you're emotionally stable, that you work on those types of stability, that you're always going to have exactly what you need. It's that kind of stability, not, oh, I'm so comfortable here, I'm going to stay here. It's, I'm comfortable moving into the unknown because I have worked on my emotional and physical and mental stability. Because I know that I have taken care of my mind to trust that I am financially free. That is the type of stability that builds a really solid foundation for you to continue to grow and not have to continually break down your foundation. Wednesday, May 30th, 2019, the Four of Wands. What I feel here is a space of self-celebration. First of all, being able to celebrate the fact that you're pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, that you found the determination, that you found the courage to do so, that you're truly overcoming the fear of what is keeping you where you are right now. Another thing that I'm feeling from this self-celebration card on Wednesday, or on Thursday, apologies, is remembering to celebrate your every accomplishment, right? Yesterday I sat and I journaled about this home that I built with my husband and really feeling grateful and accomplished for having built this space with my husband, for the family that we built, for finding this dream home with land where we can grow food and just continue to grow, and you know, that space of appreciation for how far we really have come. It brings you into alignment with the where you are going. When you connect to and celebrate yourself, when you appreciate yourself, give gratitude for what you have done and for where you are and for all that God has given you, it aligns you with what it is that you want next. But not even just what is next, it aligns you with your best self, your highest spiritual self. It aligns you with all that you ever will be, so that you can be that. So Thursday, Remember to celebrate yourself. Remember to take time to recognize where you are in your life and how far you've come and your accomplishments, and really celebrate you. Friday, the Seven of Cups. When you have multiple opportunities presenting themselves to you, and I mentioned this before, sometimes you have to wait a little bit longer to get the opportunity that you are looking for. Sometimes you have to do something else in the meantime before the opportunity will present itself to you, right? Maybe it's putting in work elsewhere. Maybe it's taking care of your mind. Maybe it's, just reflecting or whatever it is. But what I'm truthfully feeling from this card is not settling for less. Not settling just because it feels comfortable. I challenge you this Friday to do something different than what you would normally do on Fridays. A lot of you who watch my readings do go to work full time for somebody else and have to go somewhere. So when you get off on Friday, I am challenging you to do something out of your comfort zone. That brings you into a space of joy and bliss. I'm challenging you to, if you come home and watch TV, then come home and go take a walk. If you come home and have a beer, come home and cook some food. Whatever it is, do something that is out of your comfort zone this Friday that will give yourself opportunities to feel something different for once, to see something different, okay? You have all of the potential in the world, all of the tools that you need to make whatever it is that you want happen. What are you doing over there? But you have to act differently. You have to walk differently. You have to talk differently. You have to think differently in order for those opportunities to present themselves to you. Saturday, June 1st, 2019, the Emperor card. I keep seeing intention for June. I keep seeing for the month of June, right? How are you going to, what kind of stability are you creating for yourself? It's funny because there's a lot going on in my life in the month of June that has to do with my father. And so they were showing me that the month of June is going to highlight the healing of the masculine energy, the recreating and healing of stability, being able to look at stability not in the way that society looks at stability, but altering your perspective on what you think stability is. Again, it is pushing yourself out of your comfort zone to look at stability in a different way, to look at stability as a space of emotional and mental and physical stability. To build a foundation that doesn't have to break down often, you know? Financial stability comes from the mindset of mental and emotional stability. Just like spiritual prosperity manifests into financial prosperity, right? And so building, you know, when we're working on healing and creating or recreating our masculine energy through a space of stability and giving, rather than thinking of material stability, what energetic or spiritual stability are you going to create for yourself and your family and those around you? Rather than what society has made us think of stability. It makes a world of a difference when you can see stability from an energetic standpoint, when you can see stability from emotional and mental stability, when you are really taking care of that emotional and mental stability, you will notice how stability feels completely different. I really think this card is highlighting a lot of what June is going to be about. He's goofy. Sunday, June 2nd, the 10 of Pentacles. Every time I see the 10 of Pentacles, I think of, especially in reverse, every time I see the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, I think of when there's a space of lack, it's because we're not seeing what abundance and prosperity is already present in our life. Even down to the energetic or spiritual abundance and prosperity that we have created for ourselves, right? And so when we're not recognizing that, when we're not seeing that, when we're not making that our viewpoint, we will experience a sense of lack, right? You start comparing yourself to others. You start wishing you had something that other people have, rather than seeing and recognizing what it is that you've created and have for yourself. Jealousy and resentment can sometimes build up when you're in a space of lack. When you're feeling that energy, you have to ask yourself, what about this situation am I feeling lack? Why am I feeling this lack? Oh, I'm feeling this lack because I forgot how abundant I really am. I am remembering, now that I forgot, I am taking the time to remember that abundance and prosperity is my birthright, and that I have truthfully all that I need in order to succeed at anything that I want, by recognizing the abundance and prosperity that's present in my life right now. I am abundant. I am prosperous. I am abundant and I am prosperous. Whether you have to repeat that 1,000,000 times. I am abundant. I am abundant. How much material items I have does not create my abundance. My abundance and prosperity comes from within. So remember to this week the intention of pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. And if you have spent a lot of time reflecting, it is now time to act. Trusting in the unknown. Having faith that God is walking with you, that your ancestors are walking with you, that your divine team is walking with you. That even when you fall, that you're going to stand back up. And that the failure is going to contribute to your wisdom. I want to thank you for joining me for this week's weekly energy forecast, a little highlight into June and Gemini season. I hope everybody has a week of evolution, a week of pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, and that you recognize all the abundance and prosperity that's already present in your everyday life. Ashe.